I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers that act like he knows everything, that act like he knows what's going on in this development team, that act like he knows what's going on at the initiative or Crystal Dynamics, because I obviously don't. I'm not a game developer. I'm just a fan of video games. With that being said, when I woke up this morning, I got on Twitter, which I do every morning, and I saw a lot of noise about the initiative. A lot of people were saying, there's going to be a huge announcement about the initiative, and it's not going to be good. So the first thing I thought was like, oh no, they're going to cancel the game. They're going to cancel Perfect Dark Reboot, or something's happening. Is the initiative closing down? I just didn't know. So when the news finally came out, I said, you know what, let's talk about this. VGC wrote an article regarding Xbox. The initiative studio has been a fast and furious wave of senior departures in the past 12 months. Wow. Now we've seen, we've read some news that there has been senior developers at the initiative that has left. They've left. So we're like, damn, there's something going on with the initiative. And you would have to be a fool not to question that. In the video game industry, there's obviously a bunch of turnover. Developers go to other studios, like whatever makes them happy. But we can't ignore these things. I know some Xbox folks, we try to ignore it. Oh, everything's going to be okay. And that's just not the case sometimes. So in the article, it says, most of the initiative's senior design team, including game director Dan Newberger, design director Drew Murray, lead level designer Chris O'Neill, principal world builder Jalen Myers, 2 senior system designers, a group of 3 former God of War designers, and more. And the turnover of top talent doesn't end in design. Perfect Dark's 2 most senior writers also recently quit, analysis shows, along with that project's technical director, tech art director, lead gameplay engineer, lead animator, Q&A lead, and more. Wow. According to LinkedIn, the initiative is now less than 50 people when duplicates, former employees, and erroneous listings are removed, and currently has just 3 roles advertised on its websites. Analysis suggests it hired around 12 people in the past 12 months. That's a lot of people that has left the initiative. They were already a pretty small team, and to see that they're now less than 50 people, it makes a lot of sense why they, got Crystal Dynamics to help them out. This article also said the timing of the departures coincides with the September 2021 announcement that Crystal Dynamics has been signed to co-develop Perfect Dark. This, combined with the few job roles currently advertised at the initiative, suggests that the Tomb Raider developer is likely taking a much stronger lead than first thought on the project. Wow. Now, to be honest, to hear that Crystal Dynamics is kind of, they're more involved than people initially thought. They're pretty much taking over the project because the initiative is less than 50 employees at this moment. It makes a lot of sense why they got Crystal Dynamics to help the game. Not only are they a talented team over there at Crystal Dynamics, they understand Daryl Gallagher. They understand how he works. Gallagher and Newberger. Now, Newberger has left the initiative, but I'm going to read this anyway. Gallagher and Newberger, who were previously studio head and game director at Crystal Dynamics, wanted to make games the way they always had, with top-down direction, the sources said, while many initiative employees were expecting a more bottom-up approach. So what it's saying is that they wasn't really agreeing with a lot of the ideas that was going on. They thought it was going to be a collaborative, creative environment. Former employees described the studio's development hierarchy as a very top-down. And Gallagher and Newberger, they was pretty much, they were the bosses, and they made all of the decisions, all the creative decisions. And I guess that didn't sit well with some of the other folks at the initiative. According to the former employees, many senior team members were frustrated by this perceived lack of autonomy and didn't feel heard on key issues such as development priorities, project planning, and team staffing. Yeah, man. So just like any other job, if you guys feel that, listen, man, they're not listening to us. They're not listening to us. Why are they not accepting some of our ideas? In the video game industry where you can get another job at the snap of a hat, some of those folks are like, the hell with it. I'm out of here. So there's something else that was going on at the initiative. They said it's claimed that development has progressed painfully slow and a solid company culture never formed. All former employees VGC spoke to said they were surprised at how lenient Microsoft has been over the lack of progress. There's a fine line between giving these teams creative freedom and, kind of telling them, look, man, we have to get some shit done. In the past, Microsoft got criticized for being too hands-on with the development teams. Now they're getting criticized for being not hands-on enough with the development teams. I'm going to tell you guys this. There has to be a balance there. Give those guys creative freedom, but at the same time, say, hey, man, hurry this shit up. What's taking this damn game so long? That's what happened with Scalebound, right? They didn't put their foot down with Platinum Games. What's taking this damn game so long? So there's a balance that needs to be there. Now, one person said, making games is hard enough, let alone when you feel like you can't get through to people making the decisions that affect everyone. The culture issue was partly behind the decision to bring aboard Crystal Dynamics, its claim, with Gallagher and Newberger allegedly hoping that production would move more smoothly with the introduction of a second team familiar with their methods. Listen, man, the gaming industry seems like it's difficult. It's difficult to make these games, and because I'm not a developer, I can't, call these people out, because who the hell am I? I'm just a YouTuber that loves Xbox and PlayStation and loves video games. But you do want to see, things go more smoothly, and sometimes it just doesn't work that way. In the past, we didn't have the internet. We didn't know nothing about any game. I'm sure plenty of other games has had troublesome development cycles. Well, we know for a fact many other games has had troublesome development cycles. So the good thing in my eyes is that the game is still being developed. Crystal Dynamics is there. They're familiar with Daryl Gallagher. They're a talented studio. As much as people bash the Avengers, I still felt the game was damn good. Love the Tomb Raider reboots that they did. So we'll see what happens. And now they're saying that the game is still a couple years away. I was, expecting to see some gameplay this year at E3. I mean, it still might be possible to see some gameplay this year, but it looks like the game still might be a 2024, 2025 game, unfortunately. Now, Xbox is being patient with their development teams at the moment, and that makes sense because they have so much, talent there at Xbox Game Studio, so many development teams. I understand being patient, but at the same time, you just don't want a game like Perfect Dark Reboot to just drag, and next thing you know, the shit gets canceled. We don't want that. So hopefully everything is going to go well with this game, because I'm definitely excited about the game. The game might be having to do a slight reboot with Crystal Dynamics pretty much taking over development for the most part, but we'll see what happens. But look, before I get out of here, PlayStation fanboys are going to run with this news. Xbox fans, don't even respond to these POSs. They're going to blast it. They're going to say Xbox is dead. They can't manage studios. Just ignore them. Trust me. With that being said, I'm about to get out of here. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.